Hey, this is Michael. This is a little progress report, an update on Clarita app, the discovery and design brief tool I've been working on. Now, when you get to your projects, you'll be able to create a new design brief from the brain dump. So when you select design brief from new project, you can select I have rough ideas I need to sort out, or I'm ready to work through it step by step. Step by step is the wizard that we previously used, and now we have just a text area that allows you to put in all of your thoughts about what the project is based on what initial discovery you've done, and then it'll generate some cards to help you sort through your ideas. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So I'm going to do another 100-day project iPhone app here, and then it'll create a new project with this different UI where you can start to type what your idea is. So here, you want to sort of describe the problem, or as much or as little as you can about what the project is. So I want to create a 100-day project tracking app for the iPhone that lets uh, people start a 100-day project, track progress, and get notified um, to keep working. So it's, the main goal is to help people stay motivated and finish 100 days. So this is an idea I have. And I didn't do any research or anything. I just have this idea. So once I have that uh, fleshed out, or just, sketched out, I should say, then organize your project will start to help you to create cards for the types of things you want to think about to set up your design brief. So it pulled out what the problem was. People abandon long-term projects midway. Okay, so that's the problem with if you're just working through a 100-day project. And then it's pulled out what the goal is to enable people to initiate, sustain, and finish a 100-day commitment to a personal project without abandoning it on the way. Gave me an idea of what the UX metrics might be. So, project completion rate by day 100. That's maybe one metric. It didn't flesh out any success metrics because I need to do that on my own, but there is kind of a YOLO mode here where we just ask the AI to suggest some metrics. So, percentage of users should reach 100, day 100 without abandoning the project. This is a primary business indicator of app effectiveness. So you could just take, anything that this generates. Your AI credits will sort of show in the upper right how much you have used. So iPhone users pursuing personal projects, seems fine. We could add a couple more UX metrics. So you could add your own here. So, or you can use the suggest again. So this could be like the person is using it every day. So here you go, daily check-in completion rate is one metric. And then constraints could be that user, let's see, has user is on an iPhone. And that's maybe one constraint. And you can add any references to let's go up here. You can add competitors for other tools that do this sort of thing already. This is actually really helpful if you haven't done any research yet. It will suggest some tools that are similar. So there's a habit tracking tool, um, and then see what else it comes up with. Project management apps. I mean, not really. Um, I wouldn't put those in the same category. Um, Yeah, like to-do list, and I mean, yeah, maybe. I'm gonna just keep this habit tracking one as the tool that I would use. So you can keep going through, sort of figuring out how to define this project a little bit better, what success looks like, what the, what the questions are that you might have about, what types of projects people will be working on, what kinds of issues they might have. And then once you have enough of a sense of, a start for your project, then you can go to continue the brief. And we're now looking at it in the more structured project brief wizard. And then here you can start to go through more of the fields to add more assumptions, start to flesh out what it looks like for them to complete the tasks in the app. You can use AI here as well to suggest what the jobs to be done are for this tool. So here's a suggestion, um, and you can just keep going through all of the phases until you get to just define. So the basic idea of that, the brain dump, is to get you through the explore phase so that you now have enough information to start going through solutions, defining what the problem, the solutions are, and starting to come up with hypotheses. From there, then you continue on through creating some flow map of what the interaction will look like, and all the way down to creating wireframes and prototype. Some new things here. So this prototype view actually takes anything that you've worked on in the explore and define and design phases and will help you to create a prompt that you can pass on to Claude Code. So if I go to another project where I actually went through this, let's go here. So here is a project where I did complete what flow would look like for, this is also in the 100-day project. And then it just shows what the flow looks like for that project. Here I finished going through generating wireframes for what that might look like. Um, and these are just ASCII wireframes. So now when you're in the prototype uh, view, you can, I mean, this is just if you're doing a prototype and you don't want to make any design decisions. But if you know that it's coming from going to be like an e-commerce app, you could select a design MD file so that it'll just style the app using some colors and typography that are similar to what any of these products would use. You can select content framework so that your prompt will include instructions for using that. And then once you have selected those, the brief will be assembled into a Claude MD file that you could drop into Claude Code to start. This is a plan basically to start working on that prototype. And you can just copy it or download it there. And that's basically it. This is what I'm using to work on some of my projects. The plan will give you 2 projects and 30 credits for AI generations if you're on the free plan. So this is just you could test it out and you could get enough done to work on 1 or 2 projects with 30 credits. As you can see, I've only used 32 for the work that I've done, and I've done all these projects. Most of these I've done manually, but anyway, that's it. Try it out. It's at clarita.app. Thanks. Bye.